We got this week for my list. I picked a list of the top 25 boom bap rap albums of all time.
Okay.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back once again to another fun-filled week in the Smoke Session 612. I am your man Big Ed. With me as always, I got the rest of the nasty boys. OG Tim Wilson, my brother Wayz. We got more dumbasses, and we're gonna talk some boom bap hip hop today. So let's get to it. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, fellas?
What the deal is, man?
Man, nothing much. Ready for another smoke session.
Man, I'm ready for another gummy section.
Another
I'm in
gummy
the
section.
gummy. I'm in the gummy section of the smoke session party.
Oh, that just reminded me. I got to pour my
Ways,
shot.
you're muted. We can tell you didn't ate a chocolate already.
Yeah, no, I'm gone, man. I'm working on it.
Chocolate.
I'm working. I took that bad boy, and y'all was lucky I even showed up. And the sad thing is, I was already here.
I'm looking forward to this gig tomorrow, man. I'm going to this BMF party tomorrow. I was hooking up with my boy Roland West this evening, and he been calling me all day, hit me back and forth, hit me up saying, "Oh, let's meet up this evening, get you a ticket, come on down." Cool, cool, cool. Nah, I can't find the motherfucker.
Oh damn,
I can't find the dude.
damn.
It's the
Hate it when
smoke
that
I
session.
can't
happens.
That
find
word
his
is
ass.
okay.
I've been hitting him. I hit him up. He ain't answering his phone. He ain't answering his text. He ain't
Mm.
responding to me. He said, I'm out. I'm out in the hood." I was like, "All right, man. I'll be out. I'll be ready in about an hour." Cool. I ain't that.
Well,
That
hopefully he get in touch with you soon. That sounds like a good
I ain't
party.
worried about it. I'm going down there. So if it comes down to me hitting him saying I'm outside,
I'm
I will
outside. You
be
better come get me in.
exactly.
But let's go ahead and get this party started.
Just do it, man. I've been drinking already anyway. You know, I'm wine. I'm on wine tip now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Them
Ooh,
stogies got me. Them stogies and changed my drinking habits
Oh,
that's
since I
why you don't
started
drink
smoking.
cheers,
that
yeah.
ghetto juice, bro.
Since I start uh since I started smoking cigars, man, I've changed my drinking habits.
Yeah.
It'll
You
do
got
it
to
to
Yeah,
be a
'cause
you.
I
little more
like.
sophisticated.
Well, you know, I like stuff that flavors the cigars. So you love
Yep.
like brandy and cognac and wine. It flavors the cigars
Yeah,
as you
Yeah.
drink and smoke.
Yeah. I love brandy. I love cognac. I'm not too big a fan of wine though.
I love
I
wine.
wasn't either, man, but I you know, I'm enjoying it actually right now.
Right? It's kind of like cranberry juice. It's like really dry.
I had some.
Some are
I'm a Pinot Noir type of guy, so mine is a lot bolder of a flavor than that.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just dabbling in whatever is red. As long as it's red, it goes well with wine, you know.
Right.
I mean, it goes well with cigars if it's red. The white
Right.
wines don't do right. The red wines go good with the cigars.
Okay. So
So,
let's jump into some dumbasses.
Ooh,
well, I don't know if I want to jump in nobody's dumb ass.
I was just gonna say, not all dumbasses are clean.
Let's
Well,
jump into some dumbasses. Come on now.
Yeah, we're really not trying
some
to take that
dumbasses
trip
from
to
Uranus.
Uranus.
uh, first up, we got a man from Detroit.
Des toi.
He decided he was gonna go rob a bank. So he called an Uber to the bank
Yeah.
and asked the Uber driver to sit there and wait for him to take him
Wait
home.
outside. I'll be back.
So yeah, that's dumbass number one.
And then the money blew up on him. You forgot that
Oh
part.
yeah, yeah, in the
No,
dye
I'm in the
pack.
deep, so I know the story, y'all. That's the only reason I ever know that. He got in the car with the bag of money, and the money blew up on his ass.
Got caught with the dye pack.
Yeah, man. And it was red too. It looked like when you saw the pictures of him getting arrested, it looked like he was bleeding and shit. I thought they beat him up, but it was the money blew up on him.
They should have
That's what
beat him
happens
up for
when you
being
jump
so
into a
damn stupid.
dumbass.
Right? Ah, second.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
caught
thought I
me.
was
You
lying
caught
when I
me.
say do that. That's his transition. That's his favorite transition right there. That's what he do.
Second dumbass is a Louisiana man who reportedly killed his father because he became annoyed from him blowing his nose.
Killed his father for blowing. Man, you tripping. And you know what? I saw this guy. He looked like he been blowing his nose pretty hard. His damn self.
Right. Right, exactly. His nose is all red and look like he been blowing it for a year.
Yeah, it could look like Rudolph.
So those are gonna be the first two dumbasses. Which
Mhm.
one of y'all think should move on?
That's a tough call, man. That's a very tough call for me. Um, I mean, it's hard to vote against either one. I'm going to lean towards the guy that killed his dad over blowing his nose, man, because that's tragic.
Yeah.
Um, it's tragic at the same time as it's dumb. But no, I think I'm gonna go with the bank robber because it's just fucking stupid. I'm sorry,
Uh-huh.
it's just stupid, man. I've been the one complaining about the f bombs, and I'm dropping more than everybody. That's
Look.
all right. We're gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut them out. Cut them out. I flip them. Flip them. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the bank robber, because because I think the other story is not only dumb, but it's also borderline tragic. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's gonna really feel that. He is really gonna feel that pain though.
Man, what type of relationship must they have had for him to do something like that?
A dumbass relationship.
So Waze,
Uh, I'm gonna have to agree with OG. I gotta go with the duffel bag man. Blew up like the Taliban.
the Uber bank robber.
Yeah.
Uber bank robber. Man, at least
So,
you could have called a lift.
right?
Right. He try to go all sophisticated to get an Uber and shit.
So the Uber bank robber, you're moving on in this week's dumbass of the week contest.
Yeah.
Uh, my first story,
Ah.
the group The Far Side
Oh yeah. Love the Far Side.
is coming back with a new album.
Nice. I want to check that. That I would definitely be interested in giving a listen to.
It's
Hmm.
called The Bizarre Ride 2.
Okay. All right. The Bizarre Ride is a fantastic album, actually. Very underrated album.
Yep, we'll actually be talking about that album a little bit later.
It's a classic, man.
So, but yeah, so The Far Side is coming back out with a new album.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so for the Bizarre Ride, Way's got quiet because it's probably before his time, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Are you familiar with that CD, Ways?
Can't say that I am.
Okay. Big Ed, are you familiar with with the Bizarre Ride?
I'm a little bit familiar with it. And isn't that the one with Passing Me By on it?
That is the one with Passing Me By. I was gonna ask your favorite song on it if you really knew it. Um,
That's it.
but that's it. So my favorite song on it, and you need to look this song up. It's called Your Mama.
Okay.
And that song is absolutely hilarious. I love it. Your mama got a your mama got a afro with a chin strap. But
Oh no. uh, oh
your
yeah.
mama your mama got a afro with a chin strap.
Hey, maybe that's a good idea for a smoke list one of these days.
Yeah. It wouldn't be
Afros with
bad.
chin straps.
No, the
Yeah,
Far Side.
yeah. I think if you keep this going, man, you're making a smoke list in and of itself. But out of the smoke session, I kind of like that how it derives from it. So we're doing the top 25 boom bap albums, and then you can do the smoke session of your favorite top boom bap songs.
Yep. I already had that in
As,
plan.
yeah, as a player, as a spinoff of the smoke session. I like it. That's dope. Yeah, the Far Side, man. I got some joints, man. I would do a Far Side with you, bro. That's my shit. Uh,
Okay.
they got all they skits. A lot of they skits. They got a skit that's a smoke. They got a smoke session skit on that album.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to look
Quentin's
into
on his way. Quentin's on his way. Quentin's on his way with another J, and it's okay. It's okay. I love that album, dude. I'm telling you, that is a classic. Super underrated album, man. Absolutely underrated.
it. So, okay, moving on.
Little D. Got a little D.
uh, Kanye West is under investigation by Adidas because of his workplace porn exploits. Apparently, he would call a meeting and he'd show people porn tapes of him with various women, of his wife, and anybody else.
Mm. I heard about him showing pictures of explicit pics of Kim Kardashian, but she's been getting called out for that too on social.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why you ain't saying nothing? Why you quiet? You ain't got nothing to say to defend yourself? Just
I
showing
don't
your
know,
picture.
because he can rebuttal with Ray J.
He can rebuttal with herself. Yeah, look what you've been putting out there.
Right?
Huh?
But yeah, he's got her. He's been showing pictures of her in various states of undress and in very explicit situations.
Are these available online?
I haven't seen him anywhere online.
I don't think so. It was something he was sharing with staffers at Adidas. Um, Kanye's been in the news a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
He's running for president.
Again.
He said he wanted Donald Trump to be his running mate,
Oh God.
and Donald Trump got mad at him and went off on him. I am like super dark. Why am I so damn dark? I ain't know
Trump is like, I will never follow behind a Negro.
ever.
I play second fiddle to no Negro.
Speaking of Trump not following Negroes, did y'all see the story that came out about Jerry Jones?
Ooh,
No.
wee.
So Jerry Jones, a photo has surfaced of Jerry Jones back in the day, uh, uh, as a segregationist, where they were trying to keep black people out of their school.
Mm.
He's in the picture,
He
Oh.
lucky he got 2 or 3 black friends.
and I saw the best tweet. I saw a lot of tweets about it, but the best tweet of them all that I saw had a 5-step plan that Jerry should have to do to keep his team.
Okay.
What was the
You
five
know
step
how
plan?
they did the 6-step plan for Kyrie to get back in the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Before Jerry can keep his team, he should have to. And they did a nice little 5-step plan, and it was. I thought that was the best. I thought that was the best tweet I saw on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that tweet.
Yeah,
I'm about to look it up at this very
I had
moment.
it earlier. It was pretty. It was pretty funny. I thought it was. I thought it was funny because of how y'all you treat us. How you did. That's how y'all came at Kyrie. He got to do this, and he got to apologize to the Jews, and he got to pay a fine, and all of this because he posted a picture of something that Amazon is showing.
Right?
But here's a picture of Jerry Jones being a racist.
Yo,
Yeah.
All right.
Explicitly.
I couldn't find this list right away, but I did find something just as interesting. As far as this story goes, and that's Washington Post going to being petty as hell. It says Jerry Jones has never hired a black head coach.
Ever.
No.
No, and he stood with Donald Trump on the sideline, on that issue, the Kaepernick issue, and now Stephen A. Smith comes out defending Jerry Jones. This is not fair and it's not
What the hell?
relevant. Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's not fair and
Come
it's
on
not
now.
relevant. Blah blah blah.
Bro, why
Stephen
you act
A.
surprised like Stephen A. hasn't been cooning before?
Hey,
Stephen A., we are pulling your black card and replacing it with a coon card now.
That's been done, bro.
it's been done. Yeah,
That's been
Yeah.
done. This is not his first offense.
yeah. But it's
So-
like, yeah, whatever, bro.
Now, here's
What?
the question I got for you guys on this.
Okay.
Now is the perfect time, or do you guys believe or agree that now is the perfect time for all those players to go ahead and take that knee and test to see whether or not he'll actually get rid of him?
It's been past that time.
But is it more likely to actually happen
No,
as a reality?
No.
No.
Because he's still paying him.
and that moment has passed.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a new
Yeah.
moment. It's a new moment now. That moment is past. That ship is sailed.
All I know is if you're a black man on that team, it's a good time to start asking for a raise.
So,
Or a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I
one
should
person.
walk in right now. Look, man, I want to be the coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a quarterback no more. I want a coach.
You know, one person who you won't find talking about Kanye is Ice-T.
Or Kanye.
Yeah, Ice-T
I
said
tell you
that,
somebody else you won't find talking about Kanye, and that's me. What did Ice-T say?
he said it's not gangster to talk about a man while he's down.
Damn.
I tend to agree with that point,
Mhm.
but he talked about me
Yeah.
when he was up. So I'm not talking about him while he's down. I actually feel like I don't want to give him the time of day.
Right.
I don't want to give him the satisfaction. That's how I feel about it. I feel like me giving him time is giving him shine, and I don't want to give him the shine. And yeah, I'm kicking him while he's down. You can say I'm kicking him while he's down. I'm not really talking about him while he's down, and maybe that's not gangster, but I ain't trying to be gangster. It's just a eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. For me, it's called karma, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is, and I'm gonna let you swim in it. I'm gonna let you sleep in the bed you made. That's all. I'm not here to save you. I ain't Captain Save a Hoe, and I ain't Captain Save a Coon either. I ain't
Mhm.
you feel me? You cooned out, man, for
Yep.
Donald Trump, and you stepped on black people's shoulders to boost your way up to where you were, and then you stepped on the wrong toes, and now you expect me to have your back. I'm not with that.
He attacked
Right.
the wrong people with an afro.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
with
So, all right. In other dumbass news, we got two more dumbasses coming.
All right.
A woman burns down her boyfriend's house after another woman answered their FaceTime call. It turns out it was a relative of his.
damn. Damn.
At least she finally realized she was replaced.
She told him she was.
Well, she ain't got no more boyfriend now.
Yeah, exactly.
I know one thing, man. While I was
Replace that
out,
hoe.
y'all, I think the station went off. I was listening, and they played a song, and then it just went off.
Oh, wow.
So I think the station is gone again. But I ain't tripping, man. I think I'm about to shut it down anyway. As
Okay.
much as I enjoy hearing the show, I'm tired of. When they took away the shuffle and I got it. That's too much. I ain't got time.
Yeah,
with them. That.
I feel you.
So
It
anyway,
was good while it lasted.
it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
It was really more fun the last 2 days, but I just don't have time to do what I did the last 2 days.
Right.
Don't have that kind of time on my hands no more.
Right. Another. Here I go again. Another dumbass news. An Ohio mom is sentenced to prison for lying about her daughter's illness to get donations.
That's a dumbass bit.
Oh, a white lady named Lindsay Abdul.
Are you choking because you need trying to get some donations?
Yep.
Can you please
But,
donate to the United Save a Negro Fund?
Her name is Lindsay Abdul. She's from Canton, Ohio.
What?
She got $5,000 in donations, but she has to pay $8,500 in restitution.
Damn, they talk about. You want to talk about getting taxed? Yeah, damn. They said I want 150%.
They say crime don't pay, but it does pay. It pays the state.
Man.
They done put that broad on child support for the state.
So, but I guess she pleaded guilty to child endangerment and theft.
Child endangerment.
Yep. And she got 4 to 6 years in prison.
Hey.
I know why, Lindsay.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I said I know why. She only child endangerment. She only got 4 to 5 years.
4 to 6.
4 to 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real Lindsay card to be playing.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you now.
Because I guarantee you right now, Shaquisha would not be getting that little bit of a sentence.
Well, the name is Abdul. So is it a white lady or black lady?
Yeah, it's a white lady.
That's what, right?
It's a white lady, but they probably are like Abdul. She must be related to Paula.
No.
Name Abdul.
Oh, no. Sorry, it's not Abdul. It's Abul.
Abdul?
Abbuhl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
some
Okay.
Danish shit right
That's different.
That's Danish. So,
So is he gonna be Lindsay, or is he gonna be the broad that burnt her boyfriend's house down?
No, I'm going with Lindsay all day.
yeah, you endanger a child. It's automatic.
So Lindsay, you move on to face the Uber bank robber in this week's Dumbass of the Week contest.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The group Stetsasonic
Yes.
is also making a comeback.
Okay.
Okay.
They're gonna record their first album in nearly 30 years called
I was
Here
about
We
to
Go
say,
Again.
them niggas about 90.
I actually listened to a track that they put out called Fallen Soldiers, and it's actually pretty dope. It's a track that pays homage to all the hip hop artists that we lost throughout the years.
Okay. That's dope. Yeah, Stetsasonic was an interesting group back in the day. They were a little ahead of their time. They were before Tribe doing hip hop to jazz.
Right. They were the first hip hop band.
Hip hop band, yes. They were the first hip hop band. So yeah, they were a little bit ahead of their time too. So
but yeah, if you go to the Smoke Session 612 group page, there's an article there where they paid tribute to the fallen soldiers. You can go ahead and listen to that track. It's actually pretty dope.
And where can they find that group page?
On Facebook. So let's vote on these two dumbasses before we get into the boom bap list.
All right.
okay.
We got the Uber bank robber, and we got Lindsay, who needed donations. So she lied about her daughter's illness. Let's go with Wayz first.
Oh, and Lindsay, absolutely. Not even a question for me.
OG?
I'm going with the Uber bank robber.
I gotta agree with OG. I'm going with the Uber bank robber too, because that is. I mean, I've heard of that. Lindsay, I've heard of your scam before. There's been lots of people that have done that. I have never heard of anybody robbing a bank with the Uber.
Telling him, wait right here. I'll be back.
Yeah, and then you can take me home.
And then I get back. Yeah, then he get back in and money blow up on him. Got his home address in the Uber. That dude is about as smart as a box of rocks.
Now, my real question here is, was he going to be a real one and leave a fat ass tip?
You know what? It would have blew up on a motherfucking Uber driver.
Well, he would have had to leave the tip when he got the ride.
Oh, but you gotta do the tip on the phone. You can't pay him cash.
Right.
They don't gotta know.
That's facts.
I would drop a band on that damn driver.
I wouldn't take it. I wouldn't take it. If somebody tried to if I was driving Uber and somebody tried to give me a big ass cash tip, I would say, nah, I'm good, bro. Just leave it on the app.
They give me 3 bands, I'll get them out of the state.
Nah, I ain't doing it because you know what? You just told somebody that you riding around with $3,000 in the car. I don't trust niggas.
And
not me. I don't trust them.
Not only that, you take the money, you done made yourself an accomplice.
Well, I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about getting robbed.
That money be purified before they have a chance to catch my ass, so I don't care.
Yeah. Nah, they gonna catch. They gonna catch you on the next stop. Yeah, yep. I just gave that nigga that $3,000.
Yep.
Nope. I don't
and then he going to jail.
Put it on the app, dude. I'm okay.
So Uber bank robber, you are this week's dumbass.
Dumbass.
Wayz, I was waiting for you.
I know, right? He didn't catch on. We were rolling with it. Oh man. That was all right there, man. He just missed it. Hold on. Try it again.
Hold on, because I even got it.
Uber bank robber, you are this week's dumbass of the week.
Yeah. He still was slow with it.
I noticed I was slow with it, so I had to keep laughing.
All right. We got this week for my list. I picked a list of the top 25 boom bap rap albums of all time.
Okay.
Now, this is not my list. This is the list from a website called albumoftheyear.org.
Okay.
Who is
Do they like Future there?
What's that?
Do they like Future there?
Future is not boom bap.
No, I'm asking, do they like him there? Because that depends on whether or not they're repping.
I've never seen anything about Future here.
Okay, good. No Rolling Stones bullshit.
But at number 25, we got Odyssey, The Good Fight. Number 24, Invincible, Shapeshifters. Number 23, Murs and Ninth Wonder, Murray's Revenge. Now, I don't know who any of the last 3 were.
Me either. That's why I'm sitting quiet.
Number 22, Apathy, Eastern Philosophy.
I guess I'm not a big boom bap guy because I have no idea who none of these people are.
I'm like, are these indie stars or what's going on?
I guess so, but we're coming up to people that we'll recognize in a minute here. At number 21, J-Hope with Jack in the Box. Number 20, EMC, The Show. At 19, Nas with Magic.
First person I heard of, Nas.
Yep.
And Magic was the album that he put out just before he started putting out The King's Disease.
I was just about to say it. I don't remember the album Magic. I don't know which one that is, but y'all bigger Nas fans than me, so y'all might know.
Number 18, I don't know at all. His name is Mak Hami, Pray for Haiti. At number 17, Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 1.
Nice.
That was a dope album right there. And you know, a lot of the lyrics that are in that album, you can hear in a freestyle that he did with Funk Flex.
Okay.
At number 16, Brother Ali, Us.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I like that.
At number 15 is a brand new album, Nas's King's Disease 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of dope that it already reached number 15 on an all time list. And apparently Nas did everything on that album, him and Hit Boys. There's no
Okay.
features on that album.
That's true.
Yep.
At number 14, Wu Tang Clan, Wu Tang Forever.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I might even put it up higher.
I would. At number 13, Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats, Unlocked.
I think Denzel Curry is one of those more underrated ones.
Okay.
I don't even know who he is.
Neither do I.
So some of these albums I'll be checking out, a little bit later.
But considering his name is Denzel Curry, then he's probably kind of guy that can shoot a jumper, and King Kong ain't got nothing on his jumper.
At number 12, Ghostface Killer with Iron Man.
Oh yeah, great, great pick. Might even be too low. That
Yeah.
was that
Well,
was a monster.
considering that number 11 is Wu Tang Clan, the W.
Okay, all right, I ain't gonna argue that.
No.
At number 10, J Live, All of the Above.
Don't even know who that is.
At number 9, Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future.
King
Yep.
Kong ain't got nothing on his jumper.
At number 8, Conway the Machine, God Don't Make Mistakes.
Kanye. Okay.
Conway.
Oh, I was about to say Kanye. Okay, I don't know who Conway is.
Uh, wasn't he part of Griselda?
I don't know who Griselda is.
It was a group that Eminem had.
Okay, I have no idea.
Okay. At number 7, Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, Alfredo.
This is an extremely underground list, so
Yeah.
I'm like at the point of just taking their word for it.
Well, I'm surprised at the albums that they missed that should have been on here. At number 6, Black Star. Most Def, Talib Kweli are Black Star.
So, yep.
Number 5, Most Def, Black on Both Sides.
Beautiful album.
Yeah, it was. Number 4, Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban Links.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it.
Number 3, Mobb Deep, The Infamous.
Yeah.
But that's my number one.
Number 2, Nas, Illmatic.
Mm. That would probably be
I'm
better.
keeping that at my number 2.
And number 1, Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu, 36 Chambers.
Okay, all right.
Ooh,
All right, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna stay with the top 3.
Yeah.
I would probably swap Mobb Deep and Nas, but I'll stay with the top 3. I'm not gonna argue the top 3. I
Nah,
think those are the top 3. I'll say that.
but there's nothing from KRS-One.
Yeah. I mean, how do they do? But how are they defining boom bap? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's the hard part. How are they defining boom bap? Because as far as I'm concerned, um, something that could find itself on that list, and I wouldn't have argued with, would be that J. Rue the Damager joint.
Yeah. That would belong. Wouldn't anything from some stuff from Tribe belong on here?
Would it? I mean, are they boom bap as far as a full album?
Yeah. But
They kind of
man,
jazz.
KRS-One being left off this list though.
Yeah,
Run DMC being left off the list.
but it depends on how they're describing boom bap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What it define boom bap, and then I can argue the list. But without a clear definition of what they mean, I have to roll with it.
Well, the traditional definition of boom bap is a song that uses a snare, a kick, and a hi hat, and that's what they use for the beat. They don't use the claps or the all of that. It's just snare, kick, hi hat.
So, well, you say Run DMC, I can hear that on a couple songs, but I don't know if I would consider that the album.
No.
Boom bap album. I mean, you got sucker MCs that basically introduced boom bap, if that's what we call, if that's how we're defining it.
Right.
But that wasn't really the flavor of the whole album.
Okay. What about like Muddy Waters from Redman?
I think Redman belongs on the list somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I would go with that. How about Tycho?
Cal belongs on here. Man, there's a lot of stuff that I believe should be on here. The Beastie Boys should be on here.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Their original stuff is boom bap.
I don't know if I would say that. There was a lot of rock and roll on that album.
Yeah.
I think Cool J's first album was more boom bap than the Beasties.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna say Cool J next. He belongs.
But it's hard because the early stuff they did mostly just beats and rhymes.
And basically what they're saying is that it's boom bap is derived from the early stages of hip hop, like the Brooklyn era of hip hop.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I guess without a clear definition and a clear definition of boom bap, it's hard to argue the list. That's all I can say.
Right.
That's the way I see it, anyway.
And that leads us to today in hip hop history.
Today in hip hop history.
Ooh.
There I go again. Eric Sermon of EPMD was born November 25th, 1968. Run DMC released the single Christmas in Hollis November 25th, 1987.
It's Christmas Eve in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens.
1992, The Far Side released their debut album, The Bizarre Ride.
Very underrated album. Oh, we already had that discussion. My bad.
Right. That's why I said earlier we're going to talk about this one a little bit later.
Your mama got an afro with a chin strap. Mama got an afro with a chin strap.
I'm going to tell that to my kids one of these days. They're going to die.
Your mama got a glass eye with a fish in it.
Cool G Rap and DJ Polo released the album Live and Let Die.
Oh, you know what? That is another one of the most underrated albums in hip hop history.
It was their third and final album.
Man, they had some Cool G Rap in them. They used to tell some stories, man. They had some good albums.
That's how rap's supposed to be. You're supposed to tell a story.
Or tell your mama jokes.
Yep. I was just gonna say to you this.
Your mama got a glass eye with a fish in it. Your mama got a glass eye with a fish in it.
But that was November 24th, 1992.
Your mama got a wooden leg with a kickstand.
November 24th, 1998.
Y'all gotta hear this song. I'm telling you, it's classic. It is absolutely phenomenal.
November 24th, 1998, the RZA released his debut solo album, Bobby Digital, in stereo.
I remember that album. Yeah.
Ooh. November 23rd, 1993. Snoop Dogg released his debut album, Doggy Style. November 23rd, 2004, the Diplomats released their second album, Diplomatic Community.
I kind of remember that.
I remember it.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't big on the Diplomats.
I was gonna say I remember a lot of people in high school were really big into Diplomats. I was just like,
yeah, I couldn't get down.
I wasn't big on it, but I remember that album title because I thought it was creative because at the time that was in the Lethal Weapon. Diplomatic community.
Yep. November 23rd, 1999, rather. Sorry.
1999.
Nas released his fourth album, Nostradamus.
That's probably one of his more underrated albums.
Oh, that was a great album, Nostradamus. That's my favorite Nas album, actually.
Ain't that the one with Puffy on it? He did the one song with Puffy. He did a song with Face.
Hate Me Now joint.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Nostradamus.
Yeah, he did a song with Face on there too. November 23rd, 1993. Del the Funky Homo Sapien released his second album, No Need for Alarm.
Yeah. The most underrated MC of all times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another underrated MC. November 22nd, 1994, Redman released his second album, There Is a Dark Side.
Yeah, I didn't really get into Redman. I always knew his name because he was big. He was popular. I didn't get into Redman until he got with Method Man, to be honest.
Right. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm one of them.
And last but not least, November 22nd, 1994, Slick Rick released his third album, Behind Bars.
That was that the name of the album, or was he actually behind bars?
That was the name of the album.
Oh, or maybe both. But two things can be true.
Yeah, because I do believe he was behind bars.
Yeah, me too.
At that time.
Yeah, so
it was mid '90s. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I know anything from that album.
that was after Lottie Dottie.
Well, Lottie Dottie was Dougie Fresh.
As I said,
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah, Lottie Dottie was the flip side to the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a track list that was on there.
Looking for a track list. Good radio. Dead air while he looks for a track list.
Sorry. But I'm not seeing one. But the main song on there was Behind Bars. So I think he was behind bars.
Yeah. I can't get behind those bars. Don't know that one. All right, Slick Rick. That's probably why that was your last album. There's usually a reason.
Damn, that was his last album in '94?
As far as I know, I ain't never heard of it. I never heard of that album.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but that's the end of the smoke session.
That's the end of the show, and there ain't no more, and it's time for me, Big Ed, Wayz to go.
I liked it, that one. I liked it. But thank y'all for joining us here on the Smoke Session 612. Make sure y'all tune in next week when we have more dumbasses like me.
What the fuck happened to the music?
I don't know what happened to the music. It just went off.
Yeah, because I cut into it too late. So I wasn't looking at the right screen. But man, it's been a fun week here on the Smoke Session. I hope y'all have fun too. Catch us next week. And thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Hey!